You got your favorite jacket, your favorite clothes on, you got your favorite suit, you're all spiffy and snazzy, you're ready to make a great first impression. But you're missing that one thing, the ultimate final accessory, of course, fragrances. Today I'm going to share with you guys my top 10 most complimented, most positive attention grabbing fragrances in the designer side of things 2018. Let's do it. What is up, Frag fam? Welcome back to another video. Today is about compliments, positive attention. Who among us, who among you watching this video does not like to get compliments? That's why you clicked on a video in the first place. You like to get positive, unsolicited compliments. Of course, we all do. If you're wearing something you love, whether it's your favorite jacket, your favorite clothes, and you pair it up with that perfect, beautiful scent that you love, and somebody that you're passing by just unsolicitedly just look at you and says, wow man, you smell great. Needless to say, it is great to get positive attention, and fragrance is definitely a way to do that. Of course, there are other factors to take into consideration before you get those compliments. The way you present yourself, the way you dress, the way you talk. Fragrance is, of course, the icing on the cake, the cherry on top to get you closer to getting those positive attentions. These fragrances today are my top favorites 2018. These are the best designers, in my opinion, that I wore and got the most positive attention with. One last thing, this is my list, no one else's. These are fragrances that worked for me in 2018. These are the fragrances that got me the most positive attentions and compliments. Doesn't mean as soon as you wear any of these 10 fragrances, you're automatically going to become a compliment magnet, but they certainly will help. So without any further ado, gents, let's hop into it. Alright, at the 10th spot, this fragrance always gives me positive attention, especially with the ladies. If you have a sweet tooth, if you like, gourmand type fragrances, this is a great oriental spicy fragrance. Tom Ford Noir Extreme, perhaps one of my most complimented gourmand fragrances that I ever wore. If you could look here, this bottle is less than halfway done. I love to wear this when the weather's cold, if I'm dressed to impress. I think this is great for evening wear, which is normally why I wear it for. Lasts all night. It's warm, it's spicy, it's oriental, spicy, sweet gourmand kind of fragrance. It's very smooth, very intoxicating smell. If you like oriental spicy fragrance with that sweet, coffee dessert, gourmand kind of vibe, there's no two ways about it. You will get positive attentions with this one. At number 10, Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Number 9 spot here is a criminally underrated fragrance from a criminally underrated house that no one really talks about much. Starting to get a little bit of limelight, and rightfully so. This is from the house of Robert Graham. This is Valour. It has a gorgeous coffee note up top with tonka beans and cardamom. It's big, it's bold, it's very smooth, it's creamy, it's inviting. It's definitely going to turn heads. If you wear this, you're confident, it's going to ooze confidence, and it's definitely going to turn heads. A great fragrance from Robert Graham. Check this out if you like coffee, spicy fragrances. Again, criminally underrated, definitely worth checking out. The house of Robert Graham, one of my top, compliment fragrances in the fall. This is Valour. If you're into the nightlife, you like to go to a jazz club perhaps, this next one here is one that gave me a ton of compliments this year, and it's one that I'm really looking forward to wearing in 2019. From the house of Mason Martin Margiela, this is Jazz Club. It captures the whole nightlife, jazz club kind of aura. You have the boozy cognac, the tobacco nuance, Javanese vetiver, some patchouli. The fragrance, look how much I wore this juice. The fragrance is very captivating, very alluring, and very seductive. Jazz Club, criminally underrated, not much people talking about it. Just over the past year or so, this house is getting the recognition it finally deserves. Guys, check this out if you haven't. At number 8, this is Jazz Club. At my lucky 7th position, this here is Dunhill Icon Racing. This fragrance is a little less sweet than Paco Rabanne's Invictus Acqua. If you wanted something also playful, sweet, but not as sweet as Acqua, this one here will definitely do the job for you. A great compliment getter. Amped up mint. The mint accord here is very strong and very, up front and center. This is a crowd favorite, very pleasing scent, one that I like to wear mostly in spring and summer, and that's, where I wear this the most, and I definitely got a ton of compliments this year with this particular fragrance. Again, playful, sweet, pleasant, youthful, but a little less sweet and a little bit creamier than Paco Rabanne Invictus Acqua. Guys, check this out. Dunhill Icon Racing at number 7. At the 6th spot, this fragrance, some people are going to twist their noses or say, oh, what the hell are you talking about? But I have to tell you right now, this fragrance works for me wonders. This is a particular fragrance that I've been wearing for almost 10 years now, and it never, I'm going to emphasize that again, never ceases to give me positive attention. It wears perfectly with my body chemistry. I don't know what it is with it. It doesn't come off bubblegum, sweet. It is playful. It is youthful. A lot of fun to wear this fragrance. This is the fragrance I was wearing when I met my wife. I have a lot of great memories attached with this fragrance. I mean, almost 10 years wearing this fragrance. Of course, I have to have a lot of emotions and memories attached to it. But to this day, whenever I wear this fragrance and I go out, everybody that I'm coming in contact with will ask me, what are you wearing? And the good thing is, where I live, not many people are rocking this fragrance, which is great for me. Very popular, nevertheless. This is 1 Million by Paco Rabanne. Laugh all you want, but I'm getting a ton of compliments with this fragrance to this day. Again, never ceases to amaze me. I don't know what it is with this fragrance, but it just works perfect. I get that rose here amped up with that blood orange up top. It just works beautifully with my body chemistry. I don't get much of that sweet bubblegum feel that a lot of people get. In fact, it becomes quite nice on me, very appealing, very, pleasant, seductive, playful. I mean, the adjectives go on and on and on. It just works for me. Might not work for you. Like I said in the beginning, one man's trash might be another man's treasure. This works for me. I don't wear this as much as I'd like to, because if I did, it would definitely be higher on the list. Talk about another fragrance that needs no introduction and absolutely is a crowd pleaser, and one that also never ceases to give me positive attention. Of course, Dolce & Gabbana The One. This is the Eau de Parfum, which lasts a little bit better, gives you a little bit lasting power, projection power, than the EDT version. This fragrance here is a crowd favorite. Women love this fragrance. Something about the tobacco, lavender, and cardamom trifecta here that gives you this amazing, compelling scent that women seem to gravitate towards. One, again, that never ceases to give me positive attention. I wear this to the office. I wear this casually, dressed up, dressed down. A very versatile fragrance. Sure, I like to wear this mostly for spring and fall, but it's a scent that whenever I wear it, I do get at least 1 or 2 people asking me what I'm wearing. Guys, check this one out, which I'm sure you have. Dolce & Gabbana The One EDP at the 5th spot. Now, the 4th spot here goes to a fragrance that I've been wearing a lot for work, and I wore a lot of this fragrance this year. Casual, running errands. It was one of my go-to, one of those fragrances you don't have to think about too much. You know it's going to smell good, and people are going to like the way you smell. And the funny thing about this one is I own a lot of blue fragrances. In fact, I just reviewed John Varvatos, the new Nick Jonas, fragrance for you guys, which is another blue scent. But this one here, my wife, the people around me seem to like it better on me. And even the people in the office, I get more compliments with this one than the more expensive counterparts. Dior Sauvage, Bleu de Chanel. This is a more affordable, counterpart to those blue scents, but one that really gets me compliments. I don't know what it is about this one. It just works with my environment, my body chemistry, even though it's more playful, I'd say, and even sweeter than those counterparts. Of course, I'm talking about Dylan Blue from the house of Versace. Can't wait to get Eros Flame in review for you guys. I'm going to be wearing that probably in the winter time, but this one here is definitely the one that takes the cake thus far from the house of Versace as one of the most complimented fragrances I own at the 4th spot. It has that blue kind of vibe. It's sweet, it's pleasant. It is a played out genre right now. A lot of companies, if not all companies, have a blue scent, but this one here, as far as compliments from everything I own, is definitely the blue one that takes the cake. Guys, check this out. At the 4th spot, Versace Dylan Blue. 3rd spot is a fragrance that whenever I wear it, which, if you factor in as much as I wear all the other ones, every time I wear this, which is not as much as the other ones, which are easier to wear, I mostly wear this in the wintertime, but whenever I pull this one off, I always get compliments. Of course, I'm talking about, not for everyone, but in my humble opinion, the best iris and leather combo in the designer game. I'm talking about Dior Homme Parfum. This is a modern day classic from 2014. Not as easy to find this fragrance here in America, but it's still readily available in Europe, especially, France. You can find this very easily. The Homme Parfum just does it for me. It has almost like a cocoa boozy vibe up top. The leather and the iris here are very strong up front and center. It's quintessential elegance in the bottle. You may call it metrosexual because of the iris note that will give you almost like a lipstick / makeup vibe. But no matter what, this fragrance with a leather jacket, if you dressed up, you want to make a great first impression in a very unique way, a very exotic way, guys, Dior Homme Parfum will do it for sure. It has done for me for the past 4+ years, and I definitely urge you guys to check this out if you haven't. This is, like I said, a modern day masterpiece. At the number 3 spot, Dior Homme Parfum. From everything that's mentioned in this video as far as compliment fragrance, this next one is the most easy to wear fragrance on the list. It's probably the cleaner, the freshest, but without a shadow of a doubt, one of the most complimented fragrances I own to date. If you like compliments, if you like Acqua di Gio from Giorgio Armani, but you wanted something a little bit more modern with amped up patchouli and incense, this fragrance here is a go-to for me. If I want to wear something, I definitely want to convey a very elegant, a very masculine, and very appealing vibe about myself, this is a go-to for me. More than half of the bottle is gone. I'm going to get a bigger bottle for sure. This is Acqua di Gio Profumo. You guys, I'm sure if you're in the community, if you watch fragrance videos, you have heard about this fragrance for sure. Acqua di Giorgio perfume is amazing. It takes that original DNA, the original scent character, and amps it up with the patchouli and the incense, making this a tremendous masterpiece. A great scent, one that I'm telling you, it's never going to disappoint. You wear this fragrance, you're going to watch the compliments pour in. It's always been like that for me. If you want an easy to wear scent, elegant, inviting, sophisticated, there's nothing else on this list that will do as easy as this one right here. Acqua di Giorgio Profumo, definitely one you want to have in your rotation at the number 2 spot. Before I get into the number 1 spot, if you guys like my picks so far, if you like these type videos, please do consider showing your support. It doesn't cost anything and you're going to make me very happy. It's very simple, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe for a lot more, and of course, enable notification. That way you guys are always in tune with what's happening in the fragrance world. Number 1 spot is undoubtedly my most complimented fragrance of 2018. Now, this fragrance is not readily available here in the US, just like Dior Homme Parfum, but you can find this easier in Europe. And I would definitely urge you to find this if you like these type of fragrances. If you like boozy, this has a phenomenal accord of vanilla bourbon. It has some vetiver, it has some violet. If you follow me, you know this is Dior Fahrenheit Le Parfum. This fragrance here is absolutely great. You have leather, you have the boozy vanilla bourbon, you have the violet, you have mandarin orange. And you have vetiver, which I do love. You have Haitian vetiver as well at the dry down. Gentlemen, let me tell you one thing. This fragrance here is pure elegance and sophistication. Every time, this gets me it's a pure win, sure win for me. Every time I wear this fragrance, I get at least a couple compliments. People will ask me straight out of the gate, what are you wearing, man? It smells amazing. The dry down is amazing. The introduction is phenomenal. It's one of those very sophisticated scents. There's nothing in your designer game, in your general store, that will smell as good as this fragrance. So I would definitely procure a bottle. If you can't find this readily, I'm going to tell you where you can find at least a sample to try this beautiful fragrance, because it is my number 1 most complimented designer fragrance for a reason. I do urge you, if you have a taste like I do, you like the original Fahrenheit, but you wanted something a little more modern, this stuff here is kick-ass. So if you guys want to try any of the 10 choices I gave you for the most complimented fragrances I wore in 2018, you guys check out myfragrancesamples.com. Great selection, fast shipping, customer service, second to none, top designer, high-end niche, you name it, they've got it. I'm going to have the link below. There's a coupon code, MAX15, which will grant you guys 15% off at checkout. Don't miss out. Again, the link below, guys. Enjoy. Now, those were my picks. Please, guys, let me know in the comment section below what your top choices for compliment, positive attention grabbing fragrances are. I'd love to read your comments and start a little conversation. Please, guys, drop it below. Ladies and gents, thanks for tuning in. As always, stay fragrant. Keep on spraying. I'll catch you in the next one.